Ladies and gentlemen, we talked about it from the very beginning of all the collabs they're going to do. I bet you Dairy Queen wasn't on that list. Superman's taking over, baby. With everything. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Saturday Morning Cartoons. I'm your host, Dougie McFreakin-Doubles, the Marvel Master. Next to me is the DC Don Dada, the grandfather of the new DCU, if you will, Mr. Ray McFlurry, the second. Hi, buddy.
I'm here, man. I'm excited to be here. And yeah, we're in the beginning stages of the ramp up of marketing for James Gunn's Superman movie. We get the first little teasers. We got little crumbs here and there of what's coming and what isn't coming. And then now we're starting to see some of that stuff come to fruition. First one here, Dairy Queen. They're launching a special movie tie-in menu for Superman.
Yeah, dude.
Fans can try the new Superman cake batter cookie dough blizzard, which comes as part of one of their super combo meals, coming May 26th for a limited time. If you zoom in, it's got like special blizzard cups and special drink cups. Super dope, dude. It is just the first of many. Because another one that we still haven't watched as of the filming, Jason Tatum from the Boston Celtics,
my dog,
did a TV ad spot promo. Like he cut in the same way that, I don't know, Man of Steel did like the National Guard thing.
Yeah.
It was like Superman was in the commercial and it was part of the universe, and it was cutting back and forth from Tatum to like, can he do it? You know, he's not Superman. And then it's like, he's not Superman, but now it's showing Superman kind of thing. It was like a real weird. That. It was like an NBA playoffs TV ad spot that also promoted Superman. I don't know. It feels like old style marketing. I don't feel like we get a lot of that kind of shit these days.
No, we definitely don't.
We get like, especially with DC, we've gotten like Shazam 2 Fury of the Gods, like TV bumper during NFL games or something. Like, it's just not the right market. It feels like old school marketing, how you would have marketed a movie 20 years ago, 15 years ago. Like, it's refreshing.
Yep.
It's fucking great.
Yeah, dude, we have a new Avengers movie. You know what I mean? Essentially, we have Superman coming out in theaters. It's a wild time.
It's crazy to think that you had 2 days to watch the Thunderbolts movie, and then it was the new Avengers. Like, you had 2 days to watch a movie called Thunderbolts, and that didn't exist anymore. They even had like the actors do the symbolic like rip off the tape thing and show the new title. Like, they even had Florence Pugh up there like ripping the tape. Pretty crazy.
Fuck it.
Hey, man, good for them.
Hey, they made a good movie, and for once in a good minute. Hey, whatever, man. Good for them. Yeah, you should. If you haven't seen it, you should have by now. But the Thunderbolts are now the new Avengers. We've gone through 4 different changes, and in the most adorable way, all the fan theories of, they're named after Thunderbolt Ross, and it's just like, we are Sam's Autobotti, Tri-State Dirty, a Thunderbolt, you know.
Still so impressed you remember that verbatim.
Dude, of course. Are you kidding me? Well, Disney officially made announcements towards the whole Thunderbolts title. In itself, and they said Thunderbolts is still officially the movie title of the film. The new Avengers is just the asterisk spelled out.
Oh, so this is Thunderbolts, the new Avengers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm fine with it.
Fuck it, I guess.
Fuck them. Who cares, dude? I'm down. For a multitude of reasons. One of the best Marvel movies we've seen in a minute. It continues to get better. And people still continue to just be like, you know how fucking good that was. And then finally, something that you and I were excited and a little let down about. First of all, Stephen Yeun being cast as a Sentry.
Yes.
And then disappointed when he dropped out of the role. And recently, concept art has officially been announced or has been shown.
Yeah.
I'm down. That could have been great.
Yeah, there's leaked concept art of Stephen Yeun in the Sentry suit.
Yeah.
What he would have played in Thunderbolts.
He'd have been great.
Damn, he would have been great. Yeah, that was the thing. Like, people were saying we dodged a nuke because, yes, Lewis Pullman's performance was that good.
Captivating.
But who do you think Stephen Yeun is? Like, show a little respect. He would have done fantastic.
No shit.
Like, and let's be very clear. They wrote a line for Stephen Yeun that they left in the movie with Lewis Pullman. Like, she says he's practically invincible. Do you think they're writing that for Lewis Pullman?
Let's be real.
No, they're writing that for Stephen Yeun.
Yeah.
Like,
they're writing it for us.
Come on. Yeah, they're writing it for me and you. Yeah. I think he would have done fantastic. And it's not a hot take that he's a great actor. I don't know what the fuck people were on. They were just on some, I don't know,
like you guys didn't
the theater high still of how good the movie was.
Like you guys like didn't watch Nope, or you know what I mean, or you guys didn't.
He was in like Beef.
Yeah, I was saying he didn't watch Beef. That was phenomenal. People ate that up, and now you're gonna say
mainstream shit. He is Mark Grayson, and he's fucking Glenn from The Walking Dead.
Glenn.
Like he's two of the most famous comic book character adaptations to shows ever. Like,
he's still in the top 5 of the saddest deaths in character history. Not just The Walking Dead, but he's probably number 1 in fucking in the history of that. Because like, who's gonna be him?
He's got to be
Carl,
one of the most
maybe?
popular characters
But, like,
of Walking
Glenn.
Dead show history.
Yeah, like come on.
Yeah,
he was so monumental to that show that the spinoff fucking Dead City or whatever the fuck is Negan and his wife and his son
and Maggie,
and she's like, I still don't fucking like you for you killing my husband.
Let's be clear, there have been many spinoffs.
Yes, but the 17th spinoff with Maggie and Negan, where she's like, what you did 6 spinoffs and 14 seasons ago, I still haven't forgiven you. It's been my son's 14
back in the
now.
Original series, if y'all remember that far.
My son's 14 now, but I still haven't forgiven you for killing Glenn.
He's 14 now. That's how much time has passed in Fear the Walking Dead, and then also the Carol spinoff, and then also the Daryl spinoff, and then also the Rick spinoff.
Also the anthology series where Terry Crews made an episode.
The anthology series where the cripple guy from Lost is there playing that character that he always plays. Yeah. Walking Dead's funny. That's one of the best comics ever written, and then the show's pretty good to a point, and then it gets off the rails, man. It goes nuts, and then it's got Fear the Walking Dead that was like a prequel but running at the same time, and then all of these spinoffs now that are running still. It is insane, dude. It is insane how that universe is still fucking going. I think I heard just the other day they're talking to Andrew Lincoln about a Rick revival series. Like,
he already did it. The ones who lived, him and Michonne already did it.
Like, I thought they were doing more with him. Like, they were actively talking
season
with
2,
another spinoff, something.
Yeah, because they announced at the end of Daryl, they're like, Rick's back, because apparently he shows up. And so now they're all going to continue back into one giant movie, I assume.
Oh, a movie.
I see. Surely, dude. Well, because that's what the original plan was. A Daryl movie, a Rick and Michonne movie of what happened to Rick, and then a Negan movie. Because it was Jeffrey Dean fucking Morgan.
Yeah,
you know, that's going to sell tickets.
Yeah, that's name.
Instead, they gave it like 6, all of them were like 6 episodes a piece, like an hour and 20 minutes each, and it was just
money, dude. Yeah, fuck it. Why make one movie and make that much when you can make?
Why take 6 years for
like half of one movie and make it one episode?
Yeah, like why have 6 movies, or why take 6 years for one movie? Why then take 2 years for a 6-episode series that people are going to eat
They're
up?
They're going to eat up anyway, no matter how good the writing is, no matter how whatever.
More people are more prone to watch it at home a bunch of times as that, you know what I mean, and pay AMC Plus or whatever the hell it is, and go to the theater multiple times for the Rick movie, you know?
Yeah. It's made Robert Kirkman a very rich man.
No shit.
It's a bit off the rails these days, I would say. Back to Superman a little bit. Sean Gunn, he officially finally confirmed something at Northern Fan Con. He came out and said, I asked James, his brother, recently if I can even say that I'm in the movie, and he was like, yeah, you can say you're kind of in the movie. So I'm kind of in the new Superman.
Yeah.
Obviously, he was cast as Maxwell Lord way back when, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So he's kind of in the movie.
He's kind of in the movie, man.
Which makes sense because I think he's supposed to be kind of the leader of the Justice Friends.
The Lord Tech.
The Lord Tech. Yeah. He's the
Justice League Friends. You know,
yeah.
League of Justice.
He's the puppet master of the shitty suit, Hot Girl, and not Hal Jordan.
Guy Gardner and shit.
Yeah. Very excited.
And also, G.I. Robot, my motherfucking dog. Yes. And Weasel.
My motherfucking dog. Yeah, shout out Sean Gunn. I mean, people want to cry nepotism when James cast him and shit, and that's fair enough, but he comes in and kills it every time.
Yeah, you're going to sit there and tell me he's not good at the role?
You can go fuck yourself. Everyone. Yeah. You know? Kraglin, too. Like, throw every single character he's ever played in a James Gunn movie.
And he did mocap.
Killed it.
For Rocket.
He's killed it, yeah. The man's amazing.
Yeah, dude, his Yondu, the Kraglin and Yondu arc, the sadness, and then when Yondu gets the Ravager's funeral, and he's just he starts crying.
So good, man.
You're just like, yes, absolutely, dude. Sean Gunn and Cosmo alone deserved like one episode, like a
Dude,
Disney
yes.
Plus like
Yes,
spinoff
yes,
series. You know
yes.
what I mean? It's just-
Cosmo's so funny, man.
I am good, the dog.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. You are a good. You are a good
Had
dog.
him fucked up, man.
He said, "Don't you dare say that shit to me." Speaking of DC though, Jason Ritter, aka Billy Macon, shares his update on DC Studios' Lanterns. We've shot 4 episodes so far. We're going to start shooting episodes 3 and 4. We shot 4 so far. We're about to shoot episodes 3 and 4. That's weird. We're doing it a little out of order, and it's been so fun and really well written. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm down.
I'm excited. Yeah, I guess Billy Macon is just they're doing this story that's in this small town America type of shit,
Yeah,
and
they're doing
said-
Justified with Green Lantern rings.
Yeah, exactly. So
Timothy
they said,
Oliphant and fucking Walton Goggins.
exactly,
Yeah.
being federal marshals or whatever. Yeah, so this is just like a townsperson. He's not like a major DC player. It's kind of a nothing quote. The only thing of substance is that they're filming it out of order.
Yeah.
They've shot 4 episodes out of 7 or 8 that they're doing. Now they're on the 3rd and 4th episode because they're shooting it out of order. And we still just have not gotten a fucking thing from the Lantern Show. Even so much as, I guess James Gunn acknowledged it. Somebody asked him on Instagram threads,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
did Garrett Dillahunt, is he playing Green Arrow? And he said he's not playing Green Arrow. But he could be fucking lying.
He could be lying.
He could be lying. So, I want to talk about this Lantern Show, but I'm just not even saying anything right now because they're not giving us anything about this show, period, except that it's happening and we're filming it right now.
Yeah.
And, we've seen the one set photo with the rings on the hand. And I would love to talk about this so much more, but there's nothing on it, dude.
You and I went over, all right, when it was announced.
We have followed the inception. We have followed the birth of
the creation, the casting, every little bit. The
resurrection.
Yes, the resurrection,
Easter
the conspiracy
Sunday.
theories, every little bit of the King of Kings, the Oscar Isaac, multi-dimensional bedtime story.
Is it playing in Malco? Do we need to go watch?
It's in Malco, 100%.
Is it
Yeah,
really?
it
Oh
was
my
playing the
God.
same row
I did
we were
not
on.
know that.
Yeah, we're on the right side. It was 2 more to the left, right before the exit. Had a 7:45 showing. Yeah, dude.
I'm thinking about it.
Oh,
I'm
man.
thinking about it.
Take Ty on Sunday. But the King of Kings, Oscar Isaac, multi-dimensional bedtime story movie has officially outgrossed Parasite, the award-winning, incredible cinematic masterpiece of a thriller. Parasite, that movie.
Outgrossed by a Oscar Isaac Jesus cartoon.
Multi-dimensional bedtime story, Jesus
Ebenezer
Christ
Scrooge,
movie. Yeah.
right.
Ebenezer Scrooge, Jesus Christ, multi-dimensional bedtime story movie with starring Oscar Isaac.
Yeah,
and
it's absurd.
I wish genuinely all those things together was not me exaggerating. I wish
not that wrong. It's pretty accurate.
because originally it was a multi-dimensional movie about Jesus Christ starring Oscar Isaac. And then the trailer came out, and then it was a father telling a story to a son right before he goes to
Yeah,
bed.
the original trailer was the father's gonna get visited in his dreams by 3 different Jesuses,
Yeah.
and by the end it was a normal movie, but the original concept they announced was bad shit crazy.
Was Oscar Isaac is Jesus Christ. We love you, God. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? It was him as a multi-dimensional Jesus Christ going across, and essentially, I'm assuming, getting the other Jesus Christ to stop the Sinister Six or whatever they did in Spider-Man No Way Home. You know what I mean? It was Bill.
Yes.
It was Jesus Christ Excellent Adventure.
Yeah, he
essentially,
needed
what
his
I
Miles
thought.
Morales.
Yeah,
dude,
it was
for the finale
I
of the
needed
game.
I needed Ted or Keanu Reeves for Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure.
Yes,
I needed
yes.
a phone booth to go back in time. That's what I expected in this movie because the way they talked about it was, yo, dude, Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, dude. He's going multi-dimensional because that's what's popping right now.
So funny, man.
And it outgrossed Parasite and is now the highest grossing Korea film in the U.S.
I didn't know it was a Korean
Didn't know.
film.
Here's the
Good for
thing:
them,
out of
man.
everything we've covered on this movie, and best believe it's been over a dozen episodes of laughter and confusion and excitement and confusion.
Yes.
Not once did anyone say for 1 second was it a Korean film.
Yeah, that never came up somehow.
Because here's the thing, I don't want to be that guy and be insensitive and things like that. Sure, I didn't know there was that high of Christianity in Korea enough for it to make a movie about.
It has now listen, let me try to rein this in. It has to be Korean animation, right? That has, because it cannot be Korean writing American. It has to be the Korean animation making it a Korean
or they
film.
bought the rights. Like how,
I think it would,
like Disney.
Why would Oscar Isaacs be involved with something that's not from Hollywood, though? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I feel like it has to be qualified for this because Korean animated,
right?
Because they animate a lot of. I think Mappa is Korean, and
right?
They animate like the new Trigun and JJK. Maybe.
My logic is, did someone else start this movie and they tweaked it, and Oscar Isaac was still attached, like how like the Disney Plus. Did the Spiderwick series that we talked about.
Probably should research it, but yeah, I want to know who produced it because it's got to be Korean animation. That's why it's a Korean film. But
right?
Yeah. Oscar Isaac, I think that'd be just way too random for an actor of his caliber right now to be attached to this weird Korean animated Jesus film. Yeah, I think they probably just like hired a really good Korean animation team for a couple months to make the movie.
I guess because like I didn't know if it was like a Coyote versus Acme where like the studio didn't want it anymore and it was sold to Korean anime I guess
it could have been,
or like
it
how
could have been completely finished before it was sold,
right? Like Disney Plus made the Spiderwick Chronicles a TV show, and you and I talked about it, and I was really pumped for it, and then they canceled it, and no one knew why, and then 6 episodes in, Roku bought it and finished the series. So they never aired it on Disney Plus, and it was 9 episodes, and they finished the last 3. So it could have been something like that in theory, but like.
Yeah, I'd say Korean animators or Korean distribution.
Yeah,
that would make sense to me.
This is absolutely crazy. I'm genuinely surprised.
Yeah, I don't know what the number is, but outgrossing Parasite, an award-winning movie, is batshit insane. Amazing news out of Italy.
Talk to me, Watson.
I'm not talking about news of the Pope. And in fact, I'm going to show how American I am. I don't know where the Vatican's located. I think it's its own place, but I don't know where it is in the world. News out of Italy. The Odyssey, Christopher Nolan's adaptation of the famous work of literature, is finished filming, wrapping 2 weeks ahead of schedule. Continuing Nolan's run as being one of the most efficient motherfuckers in the history of movies. It says production is expected to continue in either Iceland or Scotland to do, I guess, principal photography, post-production, editing, all sorts of shit. But yeah, this is, past couple of months we've been getting news like every famous person in the acting space is cast in this movie in some role. Matt Damon stars in it.
John Bernthal, Robert Pattinson, Tom Holland, Zendaya, 100%.
Like, it's just everybody you've heard of, like going down. It's like a Knives Out movie, except this is getting a theatrical release. Yeah. Like that's the level of famous that's in this movie.
100%.
So another word came out of it. It says Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey is described as an epic of all epics, and Nolan at his best, which is great because this is one of the greatest works of literature like ever written. It's like one of the most talked about and studied and renowned, and getting somebody of Nolan's caliber to do this is crazy. So the quote says they found locations, and Nolan would go like, "Okay, this cave. Has anyone ever filmed here before?" And the local guy says no, and Nolan says, "Okay, great. We're going in here to film." And it's like this untouched place. He wants to be the first person there to do it, and wants to feel like no one has ever touched ground here. And then every location is a hike. There's a castle. I think it's Odysseus' home. It's up on a hill, and there's like a 2-kilometer hike just to get up there. And that's a quote from one of the stunt performers, James Newman. And it's just like...
Oh, James Newman is Matt Damon's
hell yeah. Okay, that's awesome.
For Elysium, the Bourne movies. It has been... that has been like how... I can't think of his name. The dude that's helped Alan Richson throughout everything. It's like that. It's been his best friend, like one of his oldest friends in the world forever. Yeah. Like the same guy for Henry Cavill. It's only been that guy for him.
Okay.
That's awesome, dude.
It's great, man. Yeah, it's
shout out Christopher Nolan.
Shout out, yeah, because to adapt anything, like what a crazy thing to adapt, like one of the most famous works of literature of all time, and then to get every famous person you've ever heard of in this movie, and you're going into caves that no human has ever been in, and you're filming a movie there. Yeah, and it's just like this is the next, like in the same way. You didn't have to be a Dune fan to go see Dune Part 2, and it made like $1 billion for a reason. Mm-hmm. And then you didn't have to be I mean, Oppenheimer made $1 billion, and it's like Oppenheimer didn't have shooters like that before the movie came out. This is the next movie that's going to come out and be like, this is such a movie that everybody is going to flock to see it. Like, it doesn't matter the promotion that they do from it. The word of mouth on this movie is going to make this movie make $1 billion or close to it.
When I think of the Odyssey, I think of the one we watched in high school and things of that nature, like the old school one. You know what I mean? With the Cyclops and everything. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I think of those locations and how rough it was on set and all, you know what I mean, back in the day to do that shit. And I think of like the 10 Commandments movie and things of that nature and how iconic it was in literature and media forever.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with Christopher Nolan films since the Dark Knight trilogy. I've been very adamant. I haven't seen Oppenheimer. Tenet, suck my ass. I'm not. He's efficient my asshole. Don't get me wrong.
You
Everything
didn't like
else.
Tenet?
It took an extra 8.5, or no, it took a year and 8 months for them to read.
Oh, really?
Because it took so many times to push it back and redo it and reshoot. They're efficient my asshole. He's a great. But that's the one thing I can't hold him on for because I waited and waited.
Hey, I don't know. He made 3 Batman movies in like 6 years.
That's what I'm saying. Don't get me wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
He's the most efficient motherfucker, 100%.
I take that trilogy over 1 year and then waiting 7 years on number 2 for fucking Matt Reeves.
No, no, don't get me wrong. And it's not his ability to do those. It's this movie, I personally believe, even though I'm not the biggest Christopher Nolan fan, since the Dark Knight trilogy, because that is, well, that's another thing we'll get into later, one of the greatest comic book trilogies of all time, if not the greatest comic book trilogy of all time. I think this movie is going to be one of the greatest films ever released in the history. I think it's going to rival like the 10 Commandments and the Odyssey and like Casablanca. I think this Christopher Nolan Odyssey movie is going to be monumental. I think in another 25 years we're going to get a sequel to it, or we're going to get another reboot, and Christopher Nolan's going to do it again if he's still alive. Like how they redid Gladiator and no one fucking asked for that. And like, we'll do it again in 25 years later. And then it's still like damn good and won awards.
Yeah.
Like this movie is going to be a masterpiece.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
And like I said, since the Dark Knight, since the trilogy, I haven't been the biggest fan, but that's okay. But this movie is going to change lives. Like,
that's crazy. Dude.
I mean, Oppenheimer was great. You know, I'm sure it won 1 million awards. I didn't watch it. Didn't like Tenet.
I'm gonna pull up a list. Let's see if the Wi-Fi works.
You know what I mean? Like, I truly believe that this movie is going to be fucking incredible.
Damn. Well, hold on a second.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, Dark Knight Rises came out in 2012. So Inception was 2010, Interstellar was 2014, Dunkirk was 2017, Tenet was 2020, and Oppenheimer was 2023.
Time out.
That's some of his best work since The Dark Knight, man.
Dark Knight came when?
Dark Knight Rises. The trilogy finished in 2012.
Okay, so that's what I'm counting it after. So what's after
Interstellar and Dunkirk.
All right, I apologize.
And Tenet and Oppenheimer. That's like 3
of
his best.
So
dude.
he's okay. I apologize.
I was gonna say, man,
because I didn't know he did Dunkirk. I fucking love that movie.
Yeah, that's a fantastic one, man.
That's my bad. And I thought Interstellar came out 2012.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I thought same year. I also did.
Damn, dude, we connected it again. Look at that.
Yeah, man.
That's young Timmy.
Yeah.
Young Timothy.
Yeah. Look at him just killing it, man.
Yeah.
Look at him go.
I saw him celebrating on Instagram, too, that motherfucker.
God damn it, dude.
I saw watching the Knicks game on an iPad instead of going to the Met Gala, bro.
You know what? I had a meeting yesterday with River Boy, and we did photo shoots for other things coming up and that. And ladies and gentlemen, you're probably seeing this on Saturday, and the show of the collection room is tonight. If you got your tickets, that's awesome. Ray will be there. Ty will be there. Got a bunch of people support me. Shout out to Beem.
Did you just burp into the mic?
I did. You're an absolute legend.
Genuinely, 135 episodes, 6 episodes. How is that the first time you've ever burped into the mic?
I'm not Ty.
That took me back, dude.
So sorry, I tried
like
so
I was
hard.
taken aback.
I tried to like hold it in while I was talking. Yeah, it wasn't working. But Beem, this is the 10th, buddy. Truly, before we go any more onto the podcast, I just want to say this: happy fucking birthday, my friend. I've never met someone as insane and humble as you at the same time when it comes to your craft and creativity. You've inspired so fucking much in my life to be better as just an artist and overall a person, just our interactions. You constantly believe in me when I don't, you send me new music unreleased and know that I'm a fan first of you before anything, and it means the world that you think of me like that, because I truly am. Congratulations on your new album, buddy. It means the fucking world to share the stage with you, to see you drop an album release party. It's fucking amazing. I cannot wait for you to tear the stage up. Congratulations on your success. Happy birthday, my friend. Truly. From one unlikely hero to another, man. Ray and I wish you nothing but the best success. You've been nothing but nice. You've been nothing but a true fan of the podcast. And we really love you for that, buddy. Thanks, man. Happy birthday. Nisei Tenchi's out now on all streaming platforms. Go get it now, guys.
Shout out Beem, 80% of that. I was trying to remember Timothy Chalamet's last name.
No, you're good.
That's why
you're
I said
really
Young Timmy. I could not remember the motherfucker's real name.
You're probably really fine. Timothy Chalamet reminded me of Beem. That's what.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out Beem. Real cutie pie, makes good music.
Hey, real cutie patootie that makes good music, man. That's a good way to describe him. He has been very adamant of being on the podcast so we can do a One Piece episode or something like that, or go over like some of the best animes.
I'm down, man. He's a funny guy.
And he has like 6 episodes he wants to be. I was like, dude, we can do this. We could do this. And I'm like, hell yeah, dude. If you want to show up on a Thursday, we'll film something, man. We'll love to have you on,
That'd be cool.
Now,
you know what's not cool?
Yes. Drugs.
Disrespecting Jeremy Renner. Marvel.
Yeah.
The ball's on Marvel.
The ball's on these motherfuckers, dude.
Jeremy Renner, he's got a quip about it, but apparently...
Let me explain something to you motherfuckers.
Go
if
off.
If we respected those people, Ray would put the fucking clip in. All right? But the OG fans and Ray knows how I feel about Jeremy Renner. You're not gonna disrespect Jeremy Renner.
You've gotten mad at me on multiple occasions.
Yeah, we can't put
Jeremy Renner.
We can't put that clip in from the OG FTH till the day we die. You know what I mean? But hey, don't you ever disrespect Jeremy Renner. That is a household name. All right, dude, the disrespect. It truly hurts. It really does hurt. That is Hawkeye. That is the Hawkeye. Like, oh, Chris Hemsworth, Thor, fucking Robert Downey Jr.'s art. You know who's Hawkeye?
Yeah.
Jeremy Renner, you disrespectful fucks.
He's pretty overlooked in the grand scheme of
100%. And I've been very, I've been fine. I've let it slide. Because I know that like he's a lesser character, and that he was kind of goofy with his suit in the comics and in the animated shows. And Jeremy Renner was like, nah, dude, not me. I'm cool as fuck. I'm smooth like butter. That scene in Risky Business where Tom Cruise just slides on the socks? That's how smooth Jeremy Renner is when he goes into a role. Tell me the mayor of Kingstown, you're going to disrespect that motherfucker? How dare you? Wind River. Disrespect. He was in the Samuel L. Jackson, Colin Farrell SWAT movie. All right? With LL Cool J and Michelle Rodriguez. You're not about to disrespect Jeremy Renner right now. You know what I'm saying, dude? Like, I've had enough. Hey, Marvel, do yourself a favor. Get fucked. You've had 2 successful movies since Thunderbolts, since Endgame. So, like, you've had 3 out of 7? Maybe 3 out of 9? Not to mention all your shitty TV shows and the randomness and the extra seasons of What If that no one asked for and other people left, and then the issues you had with, like, old dude from X-Men 97. Yeah. All these issues you've had in the front runner of Loki leaving, and then her directing the new season of The Last of Us. Some of the episodes, it's just like, his name was kind of crazy to see like y'all driving good people away and y'all disrespecting motherfuckers that paved the goddamn way. How dare you? He made cameos in so many early movies just as fucking a cool motherfucker. Yeah. He was one of the first people you see in Avengers. He's so badass, they go out of their way to save him in Avengers. Because they know how dangerous that motherfucker is. And you're going to sit there and disrespect Jeremy Renner like that. Let me explain something. Jeremy Renner says he turned down doing Hawkeye Season 2, only being offered half of his Season 1 salary. And he says, I'm sorry, why? Did you think I'm only half the Jeremy Renner I was because I got ran over?
It's disrespectful on a couple of layers, like when you think about it. Because number one, to recover from such a traumatic incident as getting run over and crushed by a snowplow, and you fully recover to where you are capable of acting again. Like, it's amazing he's capable of being a person again. Like, his body was recovered enough that he is able to walk and use his hands and like
Speak.
just that and speak. But he can act like he is still Jeremy Renner.
Let's be very clear.
Like,
Christopher Reeves couldn't act ever again.
Yeah.
Val Kilmer could not act anymore. Like, all of these people could. Jeremy Renner got ran over by a fucking snowplow. It is 27% titanium. 27%, that's exaggerating. Nope, that's what the doctor told him when he told Joe Rogan.
Dude.
I don't think he's going to exaggerate to Joe Rogan, especially about how much shit is in his body now.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's like disrespectful. Like, don't offer him season 2 at Have to Pay after that. It's disrespectful. It would be disrespectful without having been run over by a snowplow.
Yeah.
Because, like, the only reason to offer him less money is just to get him to take less money. Because it's on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
If season 1 was not successful, they just would not make season 2. Like, they wouldn't have offered him season 2 if season 1 wasn't good enough performance-wise to make season 2. Like, they just wouldn't have made it.
And let's not.
It's ridiculous. Like, on like 3 or 4 levels when you really think about it.
And let's I want to remind people of something. You know what Jeremy Renner? You know what powers he has? Right. Let me ask you a question, Ray. You know how much money goes into like a no-power CGI show?
Yeah.
Probably a couple million
all the
less.
CGI you have is just if his arrows do cool shit. Like,
and then you have stunt actors doing fight hand-to-hand combat, you cocks.
Yeah.
He's not even doing Daredevil shit where he's flying up buildings. He's in.
Yeah. It's frustrating, man.
And
he's been
most
disrespected too long. Like, it even goes so far back as like, remember when he tried to make his own app?
Yeah.
And Disney shut it down because it would have a video sharing feature, and that was technically in direct competition with Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And nobody under contract. Like, they've been fucking him for years, dude. Disrespecting him as a member of the Avengers, disrespecting him as
him and Scarlett Johansson have gotten the two people in the Avengers that didn't have superpowers got fucked the most out of Disney, and I don't like that shit, dude. I hate this because Jeremy Renner's been a staple. He's done nothing wrong. He's been nothing but a courteous person. He loves the Avengers. He loves Marvel, and the fact that they did this to him is fucking disrespectful, Disney.
Yeah. Let's talk more disrespect.
Perfect.
More news has come out about AANG, The Last Airbender, the animated movie coming to theaters sometime next year. So the casting director had a quote on why some of the original voice cast has been replaced for the upcoming film.
Oh.
Like why Dante Basco didn't return and, you know, so-and-so didn't return as Sokka and whoever. So the quote says, since the original show was released, there's been more emphasis in voice acting to match actors' ethnic racial background to the characters they're portraying. And I just think that is looking at it the wrong way. Because when you think about that, Hank Azaria doing Apu, that's fucked up. And he realized it's fucked up later and never didn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Right? So that, if it's from a place of mocking, I feel like
of stereotypes
is where that kind of emphasis has been coming from, not from like Phil Lamar playing Samurai Jack. Nobody else in the world could have played Samurai Jack. That's Phil Lamar's role.
That's Phil,
and that man could have played Jon Stewart in live action when he was 25. Like, it just does. Like, there are so many. Like, Dante Basco's Filipino. Zuko's not Filipino specifically. Like, there are so many like iconic performances of all time, of all fucking time, that are just not like. I mean, women have played, like Ash Ketchum is played like by a woman. Yeah. Like, think about all of the iconic male boy voices from cartoons.
Tommy Pickles.
Yes, Tommy Pickles. Like,
Tara Strong has voiced some of the greatest men and boys in cartoon history.
Yes, it's just missing the point. It's like, yes, it makes sense in some cases, but like, don't apply it a broad thing. Like, if that is the reason not to bring back Dante Basco of all people,
disrespect,
to play teenage adult Zuko, you're fucking out of your mind.
Yeah,
you're out of your mind. Like, you're missing the point of what is pop. It's not. It is Zuko that's popular. It is Zuko that's popular, but
it's his voice.
The voice that comes out of Dante Basco's mouth is your character. Like, it's just missing the point to me, man. I don't understand.
Like, so that easily means
that attitude doesn't make sense to me.
So I don't remember what the ethnic and racial backgrounds are. I had to say it PC wise because I didn't want to. I don't know what race they are. I don't know what racial or ethnic background Aang and Katara are, but I know
Aang's
that
a monk, so he'll be.
Well, no, the voice actors from back in the day.
Oh, he's white. They're all white.
Right. So what I'm saying is, I know that Toph was a white girl.
Yeah, Toph
Zuko,
Cillian Murphy,
and Sokka. So essentially, what you're telling me is just say none of the voice acting, none of the original core characters are back.
Right. I mean, if this comes out and Sokka and Katara aren't voiced by native voice actors, then it's like all for nothing. They've just recasted them.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
you want to pay him as much?
I don't. Yes, it doesn't make sense to me, dude.
It's like
say that. Say we couldn't afford Dante Basco. He's much too famous these days.
You said
say that,
and then you say you're full of shit. You didn't even call him.
This is crap.
That's what That's when you say Dante Basco's been itching to revoice Zuko. So I know you're full of shit. It's like,
my God, dude.
It's like Varney, the old girl who plays Korra.
Korra, yeah.
Yeah, it's like all of a sudden it's like, oh, we'll do more, but like we're not gonna have her as the voice. Like, it's not okay. Whatever.
Like Janet Varney's speaking voice is just Korra in the same way Dante Basco's Zuko. Like it just doesn't make sense, dude. It fucks me up. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't at all. It really fucking frustrates me, to no end. You know what makes me happy?
What's that?
John Cena.
Let's talk about
I fucks with some John Cena. If you guys don't know, a new poster for Peacemaker is officially released for season 2, releasing August 21st, and I love it so much. Talk about friendship right there in that picture,
awesome, dude. I'm excited for it. Yeah, they released a little bit of a look at the season, and then James Gunn tweeted earlier today that tomorrow a full teaser trailer drops for the season.
Yeah.
Very excited.
Hell yeah,
very
dude.
excited. Peacemaker season 1 was some of the best TV I've ever watched. Some of the best John Cena I've ever seen in my life.
Without a doubt.
To see a man that's full into acting, ideally they get season 3. Season 3 and beyond, he'll be fully retired from the WWE and shit. Like, we'll get full locked in John Cena.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what they've done this season with all the tie-ins to the universe. Like,
it's gonna be so damn good.
Because we think back to like that concept art of that Green Lantern man that they were doing for season 2. Like, think back to that 2 years ago. Like, we're at least getting that level because now he has control of the greater DCU.
All of it.
So it's
when
just
he says Batmite, he means it now.
Exciting. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Anytime a character is mentioned, it's for a fucking purpose. Anytime a joke is made, it's for a purpose, dude.
Especially
and
now
that's
more than
what's
ever.
exciting.
Yeah,
yes,
anytime John Cena is like, you know what the fucking problem is?
Yes. Yeah.
Like, it's great. I love this shit.
Yeah, I'm unbelievably excited, man.
You and I have talked about this for a minute, and I've been very excited for the new Fantastic Four movie, aka H.E.R.B.I.E.
Yes.
And we've talked about, I can never think of her name. She has poofy red hair. She's fantastic in everything she does. She was Birdie in the What If series. But she was rumored to play Herbie in the new Fantastic Four movie, First Steps, and it has officially been announced Matthew Wood will be the voice for Herbie in the Fantastic Four movie. And if you guys don't know who Matthew Wood is, he is the voice of General fucking Grievous, baby.
So yes, you do know. Yeah, because General Grievous is a dog.
It's like dog.
One of the coldest motherfuckers.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, I cannot wait. I think the more news I hear about it by the minute, it's getting better and better.
It's getting better and better because the castings for the Fantastic Four nailed them.
Yeah.
Like Reed Richards, it's grown on me, but everybody else, I was immediately like, they got it.
Yeah.
They got it right. Cousin Richie.
Oh my God.
That's the thing.
Yes, dude.
Nailed it. But like even so much as Galactus, they cast like a really traditional James Bond looking villain to be the Galactus type, and then they did old girl from Ozark to play the Silver Surfers.
Yes.
Silver Surfers Ward or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just every casting has been like different, but it's like you can see the vision they're going for.
You can fuck with it.
They're making a great movie, like a well-crafted movie. They're not going for look at the popular thing we're cast. Look at the popular in Aquafina-esque who has a lot of Instagram followers that we can put in this movie to appease this person. type of thing. And
Yeah.
I don't know anybody else but Aquafina, and that's the only reason.
No, I
their name
respect
gets
that. No.
mentioned, but
You mean
that type.
You mean Kevin Hart, The Rock, or Jack Black?
Yeah, exactly. Which, and that's a real thing. Like, people talk in interviews, like, directors will be like, yeah, we lose funding. Like, if we have to cast people based on Instagram followers. Like, their online presence is how we get funding.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is refreshing that it's like, to voice H.E.R.B.I.E, who is just a robot in the movie, not going to have a great big role, but you get the voice of General Grievous.
Yeah, dude.
Like, one of the greatest villains, one of the most recognizable voices, and you're going to hear that from a friendly H.E.R.B.I.E the robot type of character.
Can't wait.
It's just every turn has been...
Can't wait.
They're doing their own thing. They're going to make their movie Marvel be damned.
Yep.
Kind of feels like it. Kind of feels Thunderbolt-esque, cranked up.
Yep.
Like, I'm very excited for this movie.
They're like, hey, guys, you've been fucking up, so let us start something new. Let us start something new and good. Ladies and gentlemen, it is official. The Minecraft movie is going back to theaters for their sing-along and meme edition, but also a Minecraft movie is coming to digital May 13th. So, kids, do not destroy your family's fucking homes, you dirty fucks.
Listen, I saw exactly one video of the meme along version because I think it already came out.
Yeah.
I think it was out 27th or something.
Yeah.
Of last month. The only thing the meme along version was kind of like it during the songs, it would pop up like captions.
Yeah.
That kind of like fun captions. But the only video I saw was the person was the only one in the theater. Like, at this point of Minecraft's run, it's dead. Like, everybody's already watched it that's going to watch it.
Yeah.
Or it'll get another, like, bump whenever summer actually hits and the kids are out of school. But, like, right now, the meme along version is dead. Like, it's so funny it's kind of, they got Morbius.
Yeah.
Like, they got Morbius kind of.
Yeah.
I said it's like a way to do it it's like kind of not cringy, but they still kind of
They got
kind of got God.
Yeah,
like,
without a doubt.
They made another edit of the movie for no fucking money. Like, they made nothing on it.
With the new success of the Thunderbolts, aka the new Avengers, the Thunderbolts director is reportedly in talks to helm the MCU's first X-Men movie.
Give him the
Sick.
keys.
Hey,
him the
fuck
keys,
it, dude.
man.
I'm down, dude. Let's do it, bro.
Listen, if he understands,
Jack Schreier.
if Jack Schreier, if he understands the character of Sentry and the powers and how to work the camera around somebody's powers like that, give him the X-Men.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we've gotten games, we've gotten spin-offs on Amazon, and it's finally time for us to head back to the theater because Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum, gets a December 17th, 2027 release date. And they announced the movie, not the game. Because I did not know this for a while. They were talking about a Gollum game.
It came out.
Yeah.
And it was bad.
It was real bad.
It was legendarily bad.
Yeah. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Didn't even know it came out.
Yeah, it was one of those games like, sort of like Fantastic Four movie, the really bad one that came out.
Yeah.
It was just like, we need to hold the rights. We got to get this shit out now. Drop it. It doesn't matter what it is. Drop it.
Yep.
And that's what that Gollum game was. It was really bad.
And apparently the storyline is not the same of the game.
I don't think anybody would be mad.
But they were like, we understand like there were some issues with the game, so we are is a different movie, blah, yada yada yada. Sick, dude. I can't wait for
Andy Serkis.
I haven't
part of it?
They haven't said anything about it yet. They better. You know what I mean? They should know better by now.
I'll be interested, man. I hope it does pretty well if Andy Serkis is back on it, because last thing they dropped was that animated movie. Super cool idea. The Legend of Roromir or whatever.
Yeah.
And it did terrible. The performance was bad.
Yeah,
really, really
real
bad. Dropped at a really competitive time, and it just wasn't marketed well anyway. But yeah, hopefully this does better, because Lord of the Rings is like one of the biggest fantasy
genres ever.
Yeah, books of all time and movie series of all time.
It's one of the biggest IPs ever.
Yeah, IPs period. Yeah. So hopefully this does well. Hopefully Andy Serkis is back, because he's the fucking man.
Yeah. Did you hear what Danny McBride said about theaters recently?
Yeah, he nailed it. And there's some context to this quote. Obviously, Danny McBride, I think this quote was coming off of an interview with somebody about the Righteous Gemstones. Obviously, that season's wrapping up.
Final season.
Yeah, so he lives famously in South Carolina instead of Hollywood. And so he talked about going to movies in like LA and Hollywood versus where he lives in. You're crazy for those.
I know. There's no.
You're crazy.
Bit of evidence. Sorry, he was saying.
So he has these quote about the movie theater experience being different from South Carolina versus Los Angeles, California.
Yeah.
You gonna go ahead and read it?
Oh yeah. He said, it's about reestablishing why it's important to go to the movies in the first place. I'll buy a ticket to a theater around here and it feels like you're going into a halfway house. I'll go in, see what screen it's on, and walk right out because I know the speaker hums or there's a smell in there.
Dude, yes. I love the AMC. The AMC used to be that way.
Yeah.
If you were watching on screen 8, you were fucked. Screen 7 was the only good screen in there, but it was a good screen.
Damn right.
Like,
in these suburban towns, they built all these big 16 megaplexes in these late 90s, and now those places feel like relics of a bygone era.
yeah.
Even in what Hollywood is making is good, it's hard to convince people not to watch it in their comfort of their home. And their massive TV set, where they might go and spend all this money for 30 minutes of commercials, and the projectionist forgets to turn the lights off.
Yeah. So
It's more ads than anything, and it's horseshit.
It's a man complaining about what everybody that's gone to the theater in the South has complained about for years. It's just one of the most famous men in TV and Hollywood period saying it.
Yep.
Right? So obviously the theater experience around here is terrible. Like, we used to have a Malco and an AMC. Then the AMC shut down. And the Malco really feels like walking into like 2005.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's clean.
Yeah.
Like, it's clean inside. The theater's nice, but it's just outdated. Like,
Yep.
it's so old. It's just nothing about it is like an exciting
Yep.
movie experience.
And now the Malco's finally getting renovated a little bit, apparently.
Yeah. But yeah, same with them. Like, there's just seats there. If you watch it, the speakers are gonna clip if the sound gets too loud. Like, there'll just be some issue with just about every screen you go to.
Yeah.
Like, it's just crazy that this is a universal experience with everyone, and to hear Danny McBride, again, one of the most famous men on TV right now, saying it.
Yep.
Like, and he nails it. Like, yes, the prices. Yes, it's the prices. It's fucking expensive to go to the movies and get popcorn and drinks for you and your family. But at the core issue, if it was a better experience there, you'd be more apt to save some money and go.
Yep.
You know? It's just, to spend $50 to go see Kung Fu Panda 4, and then it's just not, the sound is too quiet, or the sound speakers are clipping, or like one of the lights is on or flickering. Like, there's always something.
So,
yeah.
I'm glad you bring this up. So, we have been talking about the Malco, and you and I were talking about the renovations. They were talking about the ceiling and more to come soon at one of the papers that said, like,
oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
And Chaz sent me something the other day, and I completely spaced my mind. Do you want to know what the real renovations are?
What's that?
Calling all movie lovers in Fort Smith, Malco announced that they officially on Monday that the Fort Smith location will undergo renovations to add new reclined seating and additional upgraded amenities. A Memphis-based company said the theater on Waldron Road will convert all of its auditoriums to reserved seating. All auditoriums will also see upgraded screens, and the Fort Smith Malco will see its first MXT Extreme Theater, which is equipped with 40 laser projections and Dolby Atmos sound. The theater plans to add a new Malco bar and grill with an expanded menu and in-seat mobile ordering with delivery as well. The upgraded theater will be something the community will be very proud to have and hopefully will enjoy for many, many, many years to come. The officials said the theater will remain open during renovations and is expected to be completed by the end of the summer in 2025.
I just got chills.
Yeah. You're going to tell me we won't have seats with holes in them?
I think, that'll be great. Reserved seating, recliners. Yeah, I'm fucking down. Just lower those prices a little bit. I know they're going up even more because you have to pay for renovations.
Yeah.
But it'll be great.
That'll
be great.
You better get all the cool popcorn buckets then.
Yeah, their licensing sucks. They rarely have shit.
Yeah.
Like, for movies. It stinks. That's awesome that they're doing renovations.
Yeah.
I didn't know about all of that. That is very exciting.
Yeah.
My big gripe with them,
so today's Thursday. They start this Monday.
Okay. Yeah, the experience sucks. I think it's just worse than the AMC, but if they had a subscription service in any way, Stubbs, AMC Stubbs,
Oh
A
my
plus
God,
member.
dude.
Like that is just the best value I've ever.
You and I
bought for
ate that
anything.
shit up, dude.
Oh, it was great, dude. I never had to worry about, do I have $30 to go to the movie? Because I would just bring my own snack and I could buy it on the app with what I've already purchased at the beginning of the month. Like that's my big gripe.
Yeah, all of our points is like, oh yeah, I'll get a candy.
Exactly.
And popcorn. Like, oh well, you still get points after you on your points that you spend. You're like, what?
It's crazy, man.
So
it breaks my fucking heart. But if they had something like that, I would talk less shit. But I'm excited that they're upgrading it because genuinely, it is the same as when I went there to watch Monster House on a field trip in the 4th grade. Like it has not changed from that moment in time. Another bit of news here.
Oh yes, they called us the Academy Awards, the Golden Globes. They called Doug and Ray.
They said, you guys have we're looking to improve. Do you guys have any sort of like suggestions, what we could add? We're looking to add a new category, something like that. And we said,
best podcast.
It's about time somebody asked. So we said, best podcast.
And they said, awesome. We can't wait to give this to Joe Rogan. And so they hung up on us immediately.
Yeah. Let's go into the basement yard.
Yeah. So, yeah.
The basement yard boys.
Yeah. The Golden Globes plan to introduce a Best Podcast Award into their ceremony. And if anything other than Joe Rogan wins, it's lies. Because what's going to win? A fucking crime podcast? Kiss my ass, dude. You know, like,
I do not think Joe Rogan will win.
No, I know he won't.
No, I think it'll be some like
random.
It won't be it'll be like I don't want to give him credit. I don't want to say his name. The Rebel Moon podcast. It will be something in that vein. Like, okay, they do Batman podcasts all the time where it's like really narrative detective style. Like they used to do radio shows like that. It's podcasts like that. I think the really artsy, ritzy, you've never heard it in your life. That's what this is for. Yeah. It won't be like
32 people voted.
Joe and Frankie going up there accepting an award.
Yeah, there's no way.
It'll be like, or it's Golden Globes. It'll just be like actual. It might be like it might be the Office ladies, like rewatch podcast.
Yeah,
it might be like that kind of.
Yeah, it would
category.
be like The Last of Us does a podcast like right after their episode drops on Sunday.
Or like Braving the Elements is Avatar's podcast.
Right? Yeah.
So yeah. It could be any sort of like actual.
It won't be a real podcast
attached to show. Podcast.
It won't be something with substance and good. Oh,
no,
okay.
It won't be.
Oh, gosh dang it, dude.
Which I guess we could have thought about that when we suggested it to them, but they kind of genied us.
So you and I have shit on Zachary Levi for a long time, and Harold and the Purple Crayon was just one of these movies that was just a shit show from the beginning that they were making. Because of the concept and the grown man playing it, you know what I mean? And it was just recently announced that Miles Teller will star in Possum Song, a new film from Sing Sing director Greg Quedar. The film will follow a musician who stole the songs for his hit debut album, so he strikes a dangerous bargain with a magical possum to help him write a new song.
That's crazy.
What in the name of A24 is happening right now?
This may be the first time ever. Have you mistaken Miles Teller for Zachary Levi?
No.
Was he in Harold? Was he in?
No.
What are you talking about? I have lost.
The level of why is a grown man doing this movie? This movie's going to be so justifiably bad. Miles Teller is in a fucking kids movie that's going to be an adult movie with a grown man, and it's going to be the weirdest, cringiest shit ever, and it's going to bomb. And it's going to be real bad. It's going to be just like Harold and the Purple Crayon, where everyone's going to be like, it's this really cool thing.
I was so lost with what you were saying. I was like, there is no way you have mistaken those two people.
No, never. I never expect Miles
that.
Teller like that, but I will tell him, hey, man, this movie's going to suck.
That was a roundabout way to say fuck this movie.
Fuck this movie and fuck Zachary Levi.
I was kind of excited.
No, man, I'm not.
The film will follow a musician who stole the songs for his debut album, so he strikes a dangerous bargain with a magical possum to help him write a new song. This is 80% of that Yesterday movie.
Yeah.
With that Indian guy that stole the Beatles song.
Yeah, this is a Black Mirror episode mixed in with a writer from A24. Is it
going to be animated?
It, for the love of fuck, better be.
I want to see this magician possum, dude. I'm kind of down.
Who's going to be the voice? Oscar Isaac?
He's making $1 billion off of King of Kings. Who knows?
Oh.
He may have time. Anyway, yeah, that's our topics, man. That was a hell of a one to end on.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Dougie McDoubles. Next to me is Ray McFlurry II. I hope you have enjoyed this podcast, because I know we have. Drink plenty of water. Please be safe, and we will see you guys next time.
Hey, what happened? Why are those squiggles on the screen?
Those are called end credits, Patrick.
End credits? But I don't want it to end!